I don't know how that got over there. What did I do?
Her screen. Just grab it and pull it like you do your Zoom, Judge.
Oh,
Pull it to you.
but I'm not even clicking it and it's just moving.
Sometimes it just does click.
Put the there.
Now grab it.
I can't see it over here still.
There you go.
Don't call me mom.
Wait.
We're not.
Okay. All right, you're Daniel Spencer Ibarra.
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Kimler, will your client waive the formal reading of the indictment in each case?
You will, Your Honor.
And it looks like we're going on the entire, all of the,
This is second degree.
okay, so Mr. Ibarra, in cause number 24, DCCR 1722, you're charged with the state jail felony offensive theft with previous convictions. That's from April 28th of 2024. And the indictment alleges you were previously convicted of theft September 8th of 1999, January 5th of 2000, 2 cases on February 7th of 2007, September 27th of 2010, May 4th of 2011, and then the indictment.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I know, but he's trying to pay attention to me. The indictment further alleges that you were previously convicted of burglary of a vehicle, a third-degree felony, May 19th of 1986, in 2 cases, and that after those were final, you were convicted of delivery of marijuana, a third-degree felony, November 30th of 1987, also delivery of marijuana that same date, November 30th of 1987, and after all of those were final, you were convicted of prohibited substance in a correctional facility, a third-degree felony, July 31st of 1999. And after that was final, you were convicted of driving while intoxicated, a third-degree felony, January 5th of 2000. And after that was final, you were convicted of driving while intoxicated, a third-degree felony, October 29th of 2009. And how do you plead to that charge?
And I'll get the volume.
So you're guilty of the offense you're charged with, and are all those priors true?
Yes, ma'am.
And then in cause number 24, DCCR 2289, you're also charged with the state jail felony offense of theft with previous convictions. This is from September 28th of 2024. It alleges all of those same prior offenses, and how do you plead in that charge?
Guilty of everything, Your Honor.
Did you enter your pleas of guilty and true in each of these cases freely and voluntarily?
No, I did.
And because you're guilty, you did what they charged you with?
Yes, ma'am.
In each of these cases, I have here on the computer some documents that have your signature on them that the state has marked as exhibit number 1. Before you signed these, did you go over them with Mr. Kimler?
I did.
And do you fully understand them?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
And do you understand, if I follow any agreement that you've made with the district attorney, that you will be waiving or giving up any right to appeal?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
And it looks like the agreement that you've reached is for a cap of 10 years. The way the allegations and the prior convictions make these for punishment purposes a second-degree felony. The agreement is to cap your punishment at 10 years. Leave it up to me. You have an absolute right to have a jury come in and determine 2 things. 1, if you're guilty or not, and then secondly, to leave your punishment up to that jury. If we go forward this way, you're waiving that right, and is that what you want to do?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
State tenders number 1 in each case.
Without objection.
It's admitted in each case. And also, sir, do you understand, if you're not a U.S. citizen, that a plea of guilty or no contest may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law?
I do.
And is there any evidence that Mr. Ibarra is not competent?
None to my knowledge, Your Honor.
All right, sir, in each of your cases, I'm going to find that you entered your pleas of guilty and true freely and voluntarily. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty in each case, but I'm going to reset your cases so that the probation department can do a pre-sentence report, and then we will come back at a later date for sentencing. Anything that you think is important for me to know, get that information to Mr. Kimler and the pre-sentence officer, and then when you come back, they will present it to me on your behalf. You need to stop and talk to probation on your way out of the courtroom today, and she's sitting at that desk right there.
Thanks, Your Honor.
All right, we'll see y'all back at sentencing. Good morning. Are you Christian Ainsworth?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Ainsworth, did you get someone hired?
I did.
Speak up.
No, ma'am, but I did talk to 3 attorneys.
Who'd you talk to?
The law office of James, Macon, Attorney Williams, Marcus Wilkerson, and law office of Brittany.
Okay, and where are you on being able to get someone hired?
It's not looking like But, I mean,
Are you working?
yes, no, I am working.
Okay. Where do you work?
Raising Cane's,
Okay. Full-time?
part-time.
All right. What do you do the other part-time?
I was in school, just, right now I'm in school.
You're not in school? Sounds like you need to go get another part-time if you're not in school,
I mean, this one,
right?
this one.
I mean, it'd be great if you were in school.
It would, I was thinking about going back this semester, but my mind hasn't been in the right spot.
Okay. Obviously, you know that'll help you and get your mind in the right spot if you're all that extra time you have is doing nothing to get your mind in a better place, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm going to reset your case one more time. See if you can save. Listen.
I feel like, God, say something.
What?
I just feel like my life on hold with this case. Like, it's been getting reset, like, and I just,
You want to know why it's getting reset?
because you give me time to find a lawyer.
Right. Go get another job. If you're working part-time, you have time to get another job.
It's not that.
And if you're working 2 jobs and you still can't afford one, I'll give you a court-appointed attorney. But I'm not just going to hand it to you because you're hanging out for 3/4 of the day and working part-time at Raising Cane's.
I work every day, I just don't work. That's all. No excuses.
No excuses. Bring me do 2 things for me. Number 1, try to get more hours there. Bring me a pay stub to show me what you're doing when you come back. Talk to some other attorneys just to see what they charge so you have some options. And see if there's something else out there and just tell me where you've applied for some other jobs, all right? Show me that you're trying harder and then I'll help you. Does that make sense? Step in front of the clerk, she'll give you a reset notice. Good morning, sir. You're Brandon Broussard, and this is 24 DCCR 1150. Mr. Broussard's charged with aggravated assault causing serious bodily injury. Mr. Galmore, what is the announcement?
Judge, we're asking for another announcement day just to continue to go over any of the evidence and getting with the state, see if we can resolve this without putting on the trial docket.
All right, looks like you've been on since June. I'll do one more. Mr. Broussard, you need to make sure, stay in touch with Mr. Galmore. Y'all go over everything. Because at that next court date, we need to get an announcement whether or not this is going to be a trial or if it's going to get worked out, okay? All right, we'll see you at the next court date.
Thank you, Judge. That's all I have.
Thank you. Good morning. Are you Jarrett Matthews?
Yes, ma'am.
In cause number 23 DCCR 1211, Mr. Matthews is charged with unlawful possession of a firearm by a felon. Mr. Kimler has filed a motion asking that I reduce bond, which is currently set at, is it 100,000?
Yes, ma'am.
Let me look at something real quick. Mr. Kimler, you may proceed. Are you going to call your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Matthews, best you can, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Thank you. Go ahead, Mr. Kimler.
Mr. Matthews, where do you live? Where do you reside?
Lake Charles, Louisiana,
And how long have you lived here?
since I was born.
And you were passing through on Interstate 10 when you got this case, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Why is your bond at $100,000? What's your understanding of all this? Put that now.
I missed court. I had bonded out, my bond was 30,000 and I bonded out, but I had a old case in Louisiana.
Calcasieu Parish?
Yes, sir. No, Jeff Davis Parish.
Jefferson Davis Parish, all right.
And I took time on that case.
So you received a sentence in Jefferson Davis Parish?
Yes, sir.
And how long was that sentence and when did you receive it?
It was a 4-year sentence and I turned myself in March 18th of 2024.
All right. And then how long were you in the Louisiana Department of Corrections incarcerated?
Till about 3 weeks ago.
Okay. And so did you discharge your Louisiana sentence?
Yes, sir. I was extradited here.
And then you were extradited here from Louisiana?
Yes, sir.
So if you missed a court date here, was that, to your understanding, that was a time when you were incarcerated in Louisiana?
Yes, sir. I notified my lawyer and the bondsman the day I turned myself in. Well, I notified my lawyer,
Who was your lawyer over here?
Charles Rojas.
And you let Mr. Rojas know that you were going into custody in
Yes, sir.
Louisiana?
And it doesn't look like it was a bond forfeiture. I think it was an at-large without proper bond because he was
Yeah, out of state.
out of state in custody, is what it looks like to me.
In any case, Your Honor, wasn't in court, wasn't voluntary, so we would ask the court to reinstate the original bond.
Ms. Molfino?
Judge, my position though is that his criminal history in Louisiana, which sometimes is difficult to tell exactly what it is from where, but it's not a single incident, it's multiple incidents involving guns and drugs, or also a suggestion of drugs in this car where the gun was located, and he was also evading officers. So just based on the fact that he does have history in Louisiana and will probably return to Louisiana if out on bond, I would just ask the court to consider that bond sufficient.
I don't know if there's a risk assessment from DPS. Do we have the form that you get from DPS on bonds?
No, I don't have that. The magistrates at the jail get that. I can get it if you want me to.
I might take a look at it maybe before. I know the states, I know I'm not disparaging Ms. Muffin.
Hold on, what?
It should be scanned in if it was something you used as a bond.
I know they get it next door. He pulls them up to look at it. That might be a better reference as far as his assessment. I think it's called a risk.
I just looking at the criminal history.
No, there's a thing now
you.
that they're supposed to look at. It's DPS compiles it like a risk assessment. for
There's
bond.
none in here. For some reason, that's not scanned into this case. And so what I can do, not sure why not, it should be if back when that bond was set, it looks like there was a bond set.
I think 30,000 was the original bond.
Right, and that was back in 2022, probably on the date of the arrest. Yeah, when he was arrested. And at that time, there may or may not have been that's a fairly new program, so that was not something that was in existence in 2022 when this bond was set, so they took into consideration whatever they had under the available history at the time in Jefferson County primarily. There were some things they could look at, but not the new warrant. If everybody would just give me a second, I am going to take judicial notice of the court's file, including the probable cause affidavit. Give me a second to read that, please.
And Your Honor, we could just reset if the court wants to take under advisement to get that report.
Let me just read this first.
Did you ever compete at Old Girls Back Time? Okay.
Today. Yeah, I think it's probably important that I look at this. Honestly, Mr. Kimler, I'm not sure that it's going to be a positive or a negative. I'm not real sure based on what I'm reading and what potential criminal history there is that the $100,000 bond is sufficient, honestly.
Okay.
So, I
Well,
mean,
it's not my intent to get the court to raise the.
well, if you want me to look at everything, I will take a look at it. And so I'm going to reset it 1 week. I'll get them to do that. I would like to, what was the case that you just got out of prison for over in Louisiana?
Attempted possession of a firearm by a felon.
Okay. So, obviously a previous felon, if we're going to have a felon in possession of a firearm, and this is, okay. All right, so we'll reset it for 1 week. Anna, if you can get with Mr. Ruin, I think is,
Magistrate report, it was just
Good morning. Are you Lisa White? And Ms. White, this is your initial appearance in cause number 25, DCCR 0923. You're charged with a second-degree felony offense of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, and that's from May 24th of 2025. Since you've made bond in your case, have you had an opportunity to try to hire a lawyer?
Yes, ma'am. I talked with Mr. Alvin Samuels, and he's discussed the price, and that's really important.
Okay, perfect. So what I'm going to do, Ms. White, is reset your case about 30 days to give you some time to try to either get Mr. Samuel hired or anyone else. If you do get him or someone else hired before the next court date, just bring that reset notice to them. They'll tell you what to do. If you're unable to hire someone or if it's not going to work out with him, then I'm ordering you to visit with at least 3 other attorneys and bring me those names so I know you're trying, okay? All right, step in front of the clerk. She'll give you your reset notice. Ms. Pratt, why won't you give me your analysis this morning?
Well, that's the same thing we went through last time. That's why I have the patch, because I found out that I have a tumor in my kidney
Okay.
while I was in jail, so that's why I can't urinate.
Okay. Because I have notification,
The lady came from Vienna to put the patch on. It was real late at night in jail.
so I have notification dated yesterday, the 6th, that you got a drug patch on August 31st when you were in the jail, and that they haven't seen you back to change or put another patch on you.
2 weeks ago, they didn't tell me to come back to check. They didn't give me a date or anything.
I don't believe
I
that.
thought I was coming today to get it taken off when I came, or yesterday.
That's not what that's not true. So I'm going to
I
find,
had the paper at home. I didn't bring it with me.
well, you didn't show up yesterday, you didn't bring what you needed today, you haven't got your drug patch changed, you won't go to the restroom.
Well, she said 2 weeks.
Right.
When you change it.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it's been that right now. I was going over there when I left court. I was here yesterday. I was in the parking lot.
you being in the parking lot doesn't do any good because I'm not in the parking lot, am I?
Right?
Okay.
Yes.
Your criminal history is prior felony possession of controlled substance cases. The fact that I have notification that you have not changed the patch like you're supposed to, and that you, in my opinion, appear to be potentially under the influence of something this morning. For the record, it looked like you were sleeping, having trouble staying in your chair.
I've been up all night crying.
Okay, I'm going to raise your bond this time for violating your condition of your bond that you have a drug patch and have it changed every 2 weeks in the appropriate way. I'm going to raise your bond to $20,000. Condition of that bond obviously is that you have a drug patch. You got to figure out how to do it. You have to figure out, ask the questions, get it changed the right way at the right time, and then we'll see what happens from there. You can go back with the bailiff.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you? Good morning. You're Glenn Hicks. And Mr. Hicks was previously in court. This is cause number 25, DCCR 0369. Entered a plea of guilty to the third-degree felony offense of assault, family violence by impeding breath or circulation. I've received the pre-sentence report. Has everyone had an opportunity to review that report?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any additions or corrections?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Hicks, I'm going to find that you previously entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, I'm going to follow the agreement that you made with the district attorney and defer all proceedings and place you on probation for 5 years. You're ordered to pay the $500 fine and to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. If you do that, this is an excellent opportunity because you do not have the felony conviction on your record. And if you successfully complete the probation, at the end, the case gets dismissed. The other side of that, though, is if you violate any condition of probation, when you come back, you could be brought back into court, found guilty of the offense, so you would be a convicted felon, and you could go to prison for anywhere between 2 and up to 10 years. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
I want to make sure you understand that you are also, part of your probation is not to have any contact at all with January Corpus. So I don't know what the status of that relationship is, but it's over if it's not already. She cannot give you permission to violate this order, okay? So she can't say, it's okay, I want to get back together, or anything like that. You cannot contact her in person, you can't have communication on your phone or Snapchat or whatever it is. Do you understand? Yes. Okay. I'm handing you the trial court certification that shows this was an agreement that I followed, and so you've waived your right to appeal. You need to just have a seat here in the courtroom. Probation's going to call you up to her desk when she's ready to go over all of your paperwork. Good luck to you, sir.
I just sent the judge.
All right, thank you, Mr. Coleman. Anna, do you see Sanchez Diaz?
Say that simple. I'm trying to do this.
It's okay.
Concerning transportation.
Okay, well, so this is gonna be to a lesser, okay, I'll make that notation on it as well. And it's transportation code, what's the code do you know the section by chance?
Charlie and I talked about it.
Do y'all have it written down?
I don't have her phone.
Fleeing? Fleeing?
545.421C.
545.421C. I got it. Okay. All right, are you Kevin Sanchez Diaz?
Yes, Your Honor.
And will your client waive the formal reading of the indictment?
He will, Your Honor.
Mr. Sanchez Diaz, the state has elected to proceed on the lesser included offense. And what level is that?
It's a B, I believe.
Is it a B?
It's a B, Judge. It's my understanding.
Okay. The state's elected to proceed on the lesser included offense of a Class B misdemeanor of fleeing a police officer under Transportation Code 545.421C, and that's from March 5th of 2025. And how do you plead to that charge? Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading guilty because you did what they charged you with? I have here on the computer some documents that have your signature on them that the state's marked as Exhibit Number 1. Before you sign these, did you go over them with Mr. Rojas? And do you fully understand them? And do you understand, if I follow the agreement that you made with the district attorney, that you'll be waiving or giving up any right to appeal? And it looks like the agreement that you've reached is for a, and I said fleeing, but it's eluding, actually.
In the DPS codes, it's fleeing.
Fleeing.
Both, Judge. It's
Both.
fleeting or leaving.
Okay, okay. So it looks like the agreement that you've reached is for a 1-year deferred probation. There would be a $500 fine, and you would be required to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. Is that your understanding?
Yes, Your Honor.
And are you a U.S. citizen? State tender's number 1.
No objection.
It's admitted. Is there any evidence that Mr. Diaz is not competent?
No, Your Honor.
All right, sir, I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find that you're mentally competent and you understand the nature and the consequences of your plea. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, I'm going to follow the agreement that you made with the district attorney and defer all proceedings for a period of 1 year. You're ordered to pay that $500 fine and to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. If you do that, this is an excellent opportunity because you don't have this conviction on your record. And at the end of the probation period, if you successfully complete it, the case will be dismissed. You'll never have this conviction. The other side of that is if you violate any condition of probation, you can be brought back into court, you could be found guilty, and you could go to the Jefferson County Jail for up to 6 months. Do you understand? I'm handing you the trial court certification that shows this was an agreement that I followed, so you've waived your right to appeal. You need to have a seat here in the courtroom. The lady that's sitting at that desk right there is with probation, and she's going to call you up when she's ready to go over your paperwork. All right? Good luck to you, sir. Thank y'all. Would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm that you will truthfully and accurately translate from English to Spanish and Spanish to English, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Are there any immigration issues? Okay. I didn't see any listed in here. I just wanted to make sure. Jody, I'm not sure if I'm going to do this, but for Spanish speakers, non-English speakers, ISF, things like that, do they have accommodations for that?
Give me a few minutes.
Okay, let me hold this for just a minute because that's something that I'm considering, just based on age and the nature of the offense. If you'll just let them know, we'll pull him back out in just a second. Good morning, you're Darius Sparks. Mr. Sparks, did you get someone hired?
I'm talking with Dunham and Jones.
Who?
Dunham and Jones is a law firm.
Uh-huh.
They got a deposit of $750, so I'm setting up.
Okay, and you're working still?
Yeah, we'll get to this.
Okay. And do you know the name of the attorney there that you're talking to?
No, ma'am, it's a widespread piece of that.
Okay. So if you just put Dunham and Jones down, that's who he's, I'm going to reset your case about 30 days to give you some time to get them hired. If you do, make sure you bring that reset notice to them and they'll tell you what to do. If that's not going to work out with them for some reason, you can't get them hired, you need to talk to at least 3 others and bring me those names. Okay? Step in front of the clerk, she'll give you a reset notice. Good morning, you're Maverick Neal. And Mr. Neal, your attorney, Mr. Doyle, is out with some health issues and will be for some time. He's asked that I reset your case. I want to ask you if that's what you want me to do, or if you would like me to consider if you could qualify for a court-appointed lawyer so we can get your case moving. You can wait. So what did he say? I know, but time-wise,
Surgery's in November.
that's what,
I forget how long.
I know.
Yeah, but it sounds like it's major.
Yeah, that's what I'm concerned about. Yeah. Okay, so Mr. Neal, I'm going to reset your case until the 1st of the year. And so you need to stay in touch with Mr. Doyle. You need to be talking to him, get in touch with him, continuing. If y'all have a contract, pay him whatever you need to do, and then we'll see where everybody is in January. If at that point he's unable to be back, then it will be time for you to either hire another lawyer possibly, or us look at a court appointed, okay? Okay, you're free to go. You're free to go, sir. Thank you. Good morning, ma'am. You're Krishara Bennett?
Yes, ma'am.
Miss Bennett, did you get someone hired?
No, ma'am, I was 60.
Who'd you talk to?
Carl Walker.
Okay. And tell me where you are on being able to get somebody hired.
Financially, I'm not able to meet the requirements of the payments that they're asking for.
Right.
I do work, but I don't get paid.
Where do you work?
Village Trust for the VA.
Okay. So what I'll do, Ms. Bennett, is have you fill out some paperwork this morning to see if you qualify for a court-appointed lawyer. Make sure you fill it out accurately and completely, whatever your income is, whatever your bills are, and then I'll take a look at it. You're going to swear under oath that it's all true and correct, all right? So if you'll step in front of the clerk, she'll give you that paperwork. Marquise Berry. Good morning. Are you Kevin Calise? And Mr. Calise, this is your initial appearance in cause number 24, DCCR 1948. You're charged with theft of property from July 1st of 2024. Since you've made bond in your case, have you had an opportunity to try to hire a lawyer? Did you get someone hired already?
I've talked to somebody, but I'm willing to get somebody hired.
So what I'll do is reset your case about 30 days to give you some time to try to hire somebody. If you get someone hired before that next court date, just bring the reset notice that you get today to that lawyer and they'll tell you what to do. If you're unable to hire someone before the next court date, then I'm ordering you to visit with at least 3 lawyers. They all charge different amounts, they have different payment plans. Bring me back the names of who you've talked to so I know you're trying, and then we'll discuss your options. If you don't do that, then when you come back, you run the risk of me raising your bond for not following that court order, and you would go back to jail. Do you understand? All right, step in front of the clerk. She'll give you your reset notice. Good morning, ma'am. You're Crystal Latulis. And Ms. Latulis, this is your initial appearance in cause numbers 25 DCCR 0850 and 0851. In each of those cases, you are charged, sorry, give me a second, with the second-degree felony offense of abandoning or endangering a child, and that's from May 30th of 2025. Since you've made bond in your case, have you had an opportunity to try to hire a lawyer?
This is the thing, Judge, I'm gonna be honest with you.
My child over there, when I got out, I had no stipulation.
Speak up, please.
When I got out, I had no stipulation, right? So the week that I got out, I got a call from that she said that the child had to be removed from the home. I'm a parent at the end of the day. I have a nursing license that's interfering with this charge that I have now. That was my whole point of starting over. I already had to got my nursing license, but I'm going.
Okay, you're telling me way too much information.
Okay.
Here's the thing.
I was just asking about my child. Is there any type of way that I could get?
You need to get a lawyer, and they can file a motion asking, but just with your word, based on what you're charged with, no, I'm not going to allow that at this point, okay? So I'm going to expect you to try to hire a lawyer, reset your case about 30 days to give you some time to do that. If you get someone hired before the next court date, bring the reset notice that you get today to that lawyer, and they'll tell you what to do. If you're unable to hire someone before the next court date, then I'm ordering you to visit with at least 3 lawyers. They all charge different amounts, have different payment plans. Bring me back the names of the lawyers you talk to, so I know you're trying, and then we'll discuss your options. If you don't do that, then when you come back, you run the risk of me raising your bond for not following that court order, and you would go back to jail.
Okay.
Do you understand?
I don't. He told me something about diversion. We just stepped out.
Okay. That's why you need to go hire a lawyer, okay? Step in front of the clerk. Mr. Davis, did you get someone hired?
No, ma'am. I talked to some attorneys, but I can't afford an attorney. I wrote a letter.
Who'd you talk to?
I talked to, actually, Rifles. Anyway, Mr. Wilkerson Law Firm, I talked to Trustee Gilmore.
Okay. Are you working?
The job is not started yet, but the habitat, it's coming up, but it hasn't come through. They're building 2 new houses.
All right, so I don't need to read your letter. I just need, since you did what I asked you to, I'm going to have you fill out some paperwork this morning to see if you qualify for a court-appointed lawyer. Make sure you fill it out accurately and completely. Don't just leave it all blank and put zeros. Put any bills you have, any income you might have, and then I'll take a look at it. If you step in front of the clerk over there, she'll give you that paperwork.